Hello mateys, this is Scary Scouts, a Pirates of the Caribbean film series, and happy Sunday 22nd. How are you guys doing? And it's doing well, and that's his house over there, so it just looks yellow, it looks gray, and I was gonna have to see what was to that damn happen, and I was into my dad's name, Dario Perryman. He mentioned in his YouTube his name has became, it wasn't in the name of the first period, but called Normantic Dad. And he looks like the formerly of Psycho Dad Jeff, and it looks same thing about Larry's Lunch, Man Named Corn, McJuggernuggets, Big Brother, a kid behind the camera, and it looks Michael Green. He's the name of the kid behind the camera. And it looks a whole special. It looks like a very serious for anybody's problem. And it looks the same thing. It looks up to you, and it looks kind of very interesting. And this on in the mission, and Jesse's watching Julia's graduating for the 4-year college, and she looks very interested, and she looks very, very likely every moment, and she's gonna stay with her, hang out here with his friends. All those are the best friends ever, and Jordan went up of these Michaela's house, and Kenzie's, and Tristan and Lauren just went out from her boyfriend. Somehow just watching this joining the army for the last 10 years ago, or I did have it. It does matter. I did have the Marine Corps with Kutipo, and Nick Coy, Alice Gauthier, and somehow I better to change their minds. I wish they're gonna better have just walking around about just 2 times, not just all the way to 5 to 10 each. That's a lot of good shit, and that things is the good shit around, that's on good. That's just a normal guy. That's just just because I didn't really care about these how nomadic friends are not allowed to talk to their strangers, and he decided being an artistic nomadic lioness, and I just watching the male lion confrontation, the 4 nomadic male lions, and she's the Wonder Man. She's the one that decided, and she's got the Jordan's car, and she got a very strange CPU, go soccer, go thinking. I think Jordan just hang out there with Kenzie's house from WSU, and she will come to anything could be problems. And she looks like it about Mike and Dave were wedding for his brother, Zac Efron. So I am sure just have a workaholics, and she looks interested, and she looks nice. She looks about the dirty grandpa. It's just all the pranks, the funnies, the movies. All I ever know is looks about a nomadic series. Every problem, nomadic series looks at about Psycho series, Dragon series, and every Psycho Dad, and looks the same thing, and just because you never know, a lot of people just really can't hear it. So a lot of people inside, and the neighbors can't see me, but they can't hear me, and they're gonna get us into trouble. You know that means. And that means stay away. In the house, not to the strange, not sneak around. And you need to ask. Women and the men are getting in, just because it's minding their own business. And that thanks you guys. I'm gonna say, Emma Snow looks like about Lucky was the Corky, and still alive. I mentioned from skies, spirits from Alaska, and she thinks they're very interesting, and she looks gonna cool down. She cools down all the way around about just 10 to a couple of minutes. She looks thing. She's decided, and you see them how the works, and I just walk in for chicken with the hash browns, really good for dinner, hash browns for dinner, and from breakfast. Nice with you, and the name of man just turn the light on, just doesn't see me, doesn't get me into trouble, and I was gonna have to turn the left here. Just needed the following directions with them look like the map. My dad mentioned for the directions is looks gonna be the same thing about 2009, 2013, and 2017 for next year. All with the remaining for right now, and sure have it of course. But the same thing to say. Oh yeah, very excited. Hey, it looks like the same thing. Oh, tech data is yes, and she looks the same thing as you guys. Also, again, have to very enjoy. I hope very enjoy as you usually have who you are about it. Go with your friends, go with your families, and go with your friends. How to love. Yeah, I was nominated about Salvation, Sackathon, Bosch Riot, and against Parenthood and Sisterhood. And we got about 2 and 3 weeks, and much winter time, and don't get it strange. A lot of those things, it's almost night. It's almost on a 10 at night. I'll put a good thing about for the last 10 years have passed, and I was a kid, and Mrs. Kerr, I was for the 14th grade for the college and universities. And those are the jobs for the 16th, for 17th to 18th. Usually the nose, just because I don't want to get the guys to get an interview with it, get the guys to trouble. Very nice, and she was thinking about somehow it works for it. It looks the same thing. It looks very interesting, very destructible for San Andreas last year, and Los Angeles, San Francisco, California. It looks about destruction from Las Vegas, Nevada. As long as it's hardest, as long as to move into the runaway for the panic, a lot of the 1,000 people wounded and died, and rescuers, and from a chopper, and I'm not sure, and Dwayne Johnson just rocket star the actor, the Raymond Ray Gaines. And he has the daughter named Blake. Her last name is Gaines. She's 20 years old. She is status is alive, and unknown is arrived. It's not disease, not for dead, not for death, and his fate is the unknown. It's about stay with San Francisco for one of them behind in the mountains, and she will think, and I'm not so sure that they have a very past personality, and she looks thinking about sure interested, and automatically, somehow she looks scared, very interested, very interrupted. It's whole thing a lot, and once a very moment, if you've never forgotten all about for 20 minutes ago, and 1 hour 54 minutes is really the best movie. It's about extended edition. It's about extended scenes, deleted scenes, all the times. And the Jungle Book deleted scenes is coming out for July for the last 2 months ago for the more. And Shere Khan has Disney villains. When the scared Bengal tiger has the scarred, he has Mowgli's father. He has And he has fire torches. He's got to have just fighting around face to face with his for an enormous tiger I ever heard about to kill the man. And he ended up this man. He's burning with the bed. He's burning his head and the one eye with the red flower. And sometimes smoking around, just running out for escape from the cave. And that traveler's just searching around the caves, and I mentioned, oh shit, is that rabbit? Oh shit. Oh, I believe it's a rabbit. Okay. And that's not worried about the rabbit thing. And some scaring around something, and looks gonna run away. And that's a very habitat for very cute for the animals. So I ever heard about scare from the people away, and just because I'm just moving around, just looking for the habitat. Just came out of a friends, the deers, and all this stuff. The animals are called the elks, mooses, and caribous. And from the current enemy is predator is about bears, the wolves, the coyotes, the foxes, the cougars, lynxes, mountain lions, pumas, and catamounts, and bobcats. However, I just stopped just at two rabbits running around for the crossing the streets, and those are the who got a mess. I got some messed up, and I got a rabbit. Just only one just sniffing around, and those are who got some shit around, and we gotta say go on to the forest, through the forest. So I'm not sure that did have a very agreement for you guys, and even the zookeeper just from the northwest track. Rabbits has the animal things from a farm. It looks at the free pets and bringing the pets, and she thinks about the cute rabbits, and maybe the dogs, and maybe the unlikely pet, and unlikely to my dogs just needed to ensure just have a very agreed. I don't think about rabbits don't allow them to go into my house, so I'm not sure, and just came and just walked there, and I would say goodbye for the rabbit thing. Let's keep walking. This is raining. This has been raining about for last 2 hours. No. I would think about last 4 hours for later on. Even though just kept walking for the rest of the whole life, when the rabbits just to the habitat, when the animal just running around, just crossing the street for anyway, what that means too. That means it stay out of the street, stay on for the forest, for the grasses, for the bushes, and for the darkness mostly coming soon, as much as I could, and that means. Let's us shut the shit down without the sorority rising over their house. Even neighborhoods decided to see for a lot of the throwing parties are not allowed. Justice dances around, dancing with the parties, and just hang out here for your party. Just sitting around, just sitting down, talk to your friends, and just what that means. If I could, very unlikely for, don't forget, and be right back soon.